What if Tanjiro learned sun breathing earlier? So this is the idea I basically wanted to do. What if Tanjiro's family already knew about sun breathing, practiced it, and Tanjiro learned it way earlier before the events of the original Demon Slayer story? Like I said in my What if Yoriichi's wife survived the demon attack video, Yoriichi's family would have kept demon slaying knowledge alive, but still not officially joined the Demon Slayer course. I think Tanjiro's family would be the same way in this timeline. They would have Nichiren blades, they would practice their sun breathing technique, and Tanjiro's dad would teach him everything he knows, how demons roam at night, how to breathe properly, and how to fight. They wouldn't know the 13th form, because only Yoriichi had that, but they would know the rest of the sun-breathing forms. So when Tanjiro's family gets killed, it still happens the same way. His father is dead, and can't protect them from Muzan. Tanjiro still goes to sell charcoal, because the family has to make a living, and none of the younger kids know sun-breathing yet. Only Tanjiro has practiced it a little. Tanjiro is more knowledgeable about demons and sun-breathing basics, but not the 13th form, since Yoriichi never passed it down. He comes back, finds his family dead, rescues Nezuko, and tries to find help. He meets Giyu, but this fight goes totally differently now. Tanjiro can fight way longer, and he has way more combat experience because he learned directly from his dad. He already knows almost all the normal sun-breathing forms, so he's way more dangerous than in the original. When they start fighting, Giyu instantly notices Tanjiro is using a breathing technique, he just doesn't know which one. He asks Tanjiro if he's in the Demon Slayer Corps already. Tanjiro explains he's not, but he learned his breathing style from his father. After talking, Giyu realizes Tanjiro already has the skill he needs, so instead of sending him to Urokodaki for a full training arc, he tells Tanjiro to go straight to final selection. Urokodaki still takes Nezuko and puts the Never Harm Human spell on her, but Tanjiro skips the long training arc completely and heads right into final selection. Now he fights in final selection, and everything goes way smoother. Since he already knows basically everything about sun breathing, he does super good. He's been practicing, and every demon that came near his village, he's been killing and training against for years after his dad died, so he performs really well in final selection. He also gets way more used to holding a blade, since he's already practiced with Nichiren-style swords before. After final selection, he comes back, gets Nezuko, and begins his journey. He defeats the Swamp Demon, he defeats the Drum Demon, he meets Inosuke and Zenitsu, and does everything the same as the original timeline. Then we get to Rui's Mountain. Everything basically happens the same, but the Mother Demon is defeated much easier since Tanjiro has sun breathing and doesn't need water breathing at all. This actually has a big impact on the story, because he never learned water breathing in this timeline. He defeats the Father Demon too, because he's way stronger here. When Rui comes out, Nezuko's Blood Demon art is actually way stronger in this timeline, because she knows a lot more about sun breathing. In the original timeline, she barely knew it, but here she grew up watching Tanjiro and their father practice it, so her flames would be way more powerful. Tanjiro's sun breathing is also fully developed. He doesn't have to convert water breathing into sun breathing. He automatically uses real sun breathing and actually cuts Rui down himself. He kills a lower moon instead of Giyu showing up to finish the job. People might think Tanjiro would become a Hashira after killing a lower moon, but he's probably not strong enough yet, and he's too nice to take the position. The Hashira wouldn't allow it yet anyway. Now we get the Hashira meeting. Why is he traveling with a demon? Giyu and Urokodaki vouch for him. Sanemi still does his thing with stabbing Nezuko because Tanjiro is tied up and can't really defend her. Everything else happens the same. Now realistically, Tanjiro would not go with Rengoku because he already knows sun breathing. He doesn't need to ask Rengoku anything about his breathing style. So Rengoku goes by himself, defeats lower 1 Enmu, and gets killed by upper moon 3 Akaza. Sadly, the same outcome. Tanjiro goes on way more missions and gets even stronger because he already defeated a lower moon way earlier. He doesn't have to be sad about Rengoku because he barely knew him in this timeline. He trains all the way up until the Entertainment District arc, where Zenitsu and Inosuke go with Tengen. Tanjiro takes the place of the girls, and they dress up as girls to find upper moon 6, Daki. Now, once they find them, Tanjiro is fighting Daki, and Tengen, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tengen's wives are fighting the other half of Daki, which is the Belt Demon. This time, when Tanjiro goes into that red eye blood rage state when he thinks he's not special, I think since he's way stronger in this timeline and knows more sun breathing, he would actually cut down Daki. When he does that, Gyutaro pops out. Tanjiro is out of breath, so Nezuko still has to come and save him from Gyutaro at first, but then Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tengen show up to help, while Tanjiro recovers and helps everyone else. Now, in the original timeline, when one of Tengen's wives got captured by Gyutaro, Tanjiro used a mix of water breathing and sun breathing. In this timeline, he can't do that since he never learned water breathing, but his extra strength makes up for it, so everything still happens basically the same. Tanjiro stays with Tengen's fight the entire time because he's way stronger now. He can see more of Gyutaro's movements, and he can kind of keep up way better than in the original timeline. Everything still happens with Zenitsu and Inosuke. Zenitsu gets trapped under rubble, and Inosuke is half dead like usual. Still don't know how he survived that shit. Bro pulled some Attack on Titan move and shifted his organs or something. But anyway, if you guys don't like and subscribe, you're gonna end up like him, somehow surviving the impossible. Zenitsu and Inosuke kill Daki, and Tanjiro and Tengen kill Gyutaro. This time, Tengen does not lose an arm, because Tanjiro stayed with him the whole time. They finally kill him, but Tanjiro still gets a sickle through his mouth because he can't avoid that part. After that, Nezuko heals all of them, and now Tanjiro doesn't avoid his coma. He still has that 3-month coma, and he still needs his sword repaired. So now we start the Swordsmith village arc. If you guys want to know what video I'm doing next, or if you want me to pick out a good idea for my next video, make sure you click the Discord link down below and join my Discord. That's where I'll be talking to you guys the most about my videos from now on. Now, I'm going to skip most of the dialogue. He meets Mitsuri, he meets Muichiro, he meets Genya, and okay, my favorite scene is the Mitsuri hot spring scene. Nah, I'm joking. Do not take that seriously. But anyway, he still trains with the battle doll, and I'm skipping straight to the part where Muichiro clamps Tanjiro's nose and Upper Moon 4 appears. Tanjiro is way stronger now with sun breathing. He's almost Hashira level. Even with that, Muichiro still gets blasted away by the wind emotion demon because neither he nor Tanjiro knew that attack was coming. This time, Tanjiro can take on all 4 emotion clones by himself. When everything collapses, Nezuko is obviously not under the rubble because Tanjiro is way stronger now and can keep up with the fight. He wouldn't get badly hurt by the Soundjoy clone either. He fights all the clones. Then, when Genya and Nezuko can't kill the main body, they switch targets and the clones all merge into the big emotion clone like the original. Muichiro, on the other hand, is doing the same thing as the original timeline, unlocking his Demon Slayer mark, killing Gyoko, and getting his new sword. Mitsuri, the love Hashira, comes back to the village, saves the village chief, and helps Tanjiro with the main emotion clone. Basically, everything happens the same in this part. Tanjiro still has to let Nezuko burn in the sunlight for the moment. Muichiro throws the sword. Tanjiro grabs it, and he kills Upper Moon 4. And that's the Swordsmith village arc. Now we move on to the Hashira training arc, with Nezuko already immune to sunlight. So let's get right into the Hashira training arc. So the only thing that really changes is Tanjiro trains way earlier instead of getting hurt, because he's not that injured in this timeline. He only has minor injuries, so he gets right into the Hashira training arc. With that, the only major difference I see is Tengen being way more efficient at training people, because he still has both of his arms. Other than that, everything basically stays the same for the Hashira training arc. Now, when Ubuyashiki gets killed by Muzan's big blast, everybody gets thrown into the Infinity Castle, and the matchups are still the same. So let's go over Giyu and Tanjiro versus Akaza first. Tanjiro knows sun breathing way more, and he already has a fresh memory of the selfless state in his mind, because that's the main thing his dad taught him when teaching sun breathing. Go check out my video where his dad becomes a demon slayer. Because of that, Tanjiro awakens his selfless state way easier, and Giyu doesn't get as hurt. They kill off Akaza, and Akaza ends up killing himself after remembering his wife. Rest in peace. Upper Moon 2 goes exactly the same. Shinobu dies, and Kanao and Inosuke finish off Doma. Upper Moon 1 is a little different. Tanjiro would arrive earlier since Akaza was defeated way faster than in the original timeline, so this time it's Tanjiro, Sanemi, and Gyome versus Kokushibo. He still can't save Muichiro or Genya, but he can help Sanemi and Gyome finish Kokushibo. Kokushibo realizes his brother was better than him, remembers his past, and dies the same way. Now for the side battles. Kaigaku versus Zenitsu. Zenitsu wins with the 7th form. Yushiro, Obanai, and Mitsuri versus Nakime, the Biwa woman. Yushiro takes control of her with Obanai and Mitsuri's help. When Muzan notices that, he kills Nakime, and Yushiro gets everybody out of the Infinity Castle for the Sundown Countdown arc. Now, with Tanjiro barely getting hurt this whole time, he'll be right on the front lines in the Muzan fight. Instead of Mitsuri and Obanai taking that much damage, Tanjiro will be in their place. Tanjiro is way stronger now, honestly more than a little bit Hashira level. Plus, he learns the 13th form from his ancestors' memories, with Yoriichi teaching him inside those memories. So, Tanjiro helps kill Muzan when he gets slowed down by the poison, and all the Hashira help drag Muzan out into the sunlight. Muzan still gets killed. Tanjiro still becomes the Demon King for a moment, and Kanao snaps him out of it with the human serum. The people that survive are Obanai and Mitsuri, and they get together. Sanemi survives, Giyu survives, and he doesn't lose an arm this time. Gyome doesn't survive, because with the Demon Slayer mark, you die after 25, and he's already past 25. Shinobu and Genya still die in the Infinity Castle, and that's basically everyone who survives in this timeline. Hope you guys really like this video. If you want something even crazier, what if Tanjiro had a Bankai? I made all the Hashira have Bankai, and it's pretty interesting. Just imagine the Hashira yelling Bankai and unlocking insane abilities. Check out that video right here.